You don't believe me? Ask an old guy for change. They pull out $70,000. Hey, it ain't change. Here you go. I got change right here. And every night I take all that crap out of my pockets and I put it on my nightstand. And every morning I take all the crap out of my nightstand and put it on my pockets. How do I know? My wife bought me pants with more pockets. Now I got a whole duck crap. I don't have any pockets. Can you hold my phone? Can you hold my chapstick? Come here, sure I got. I hate the news. The news is depressing. Don't you hate the news? That's why I watch Channel 12 news. We're my News 12 fans. Come on, you get in there. News 12! Love it. You know why? You put on those other stations, what do you got? The war in Iraq, or hurricanes, people dying, terrible news. You go on Channel 12, they're talking to Stanley Spadowski and Spion about the new tractor he bought for his stepfather. And don't worry, folks, if you miss it, an hour later, it's on all weekend I watch it. Like, come here, honey, that animal guy is on with the ferrets again. That's what I'm talking about. Obsessed with Channel 12. I even like the local commercials. Remember that Riverhead Dodge guy? I don't know. Then they got that commercial for church. I love the church commercials because they're so happy to be in church, right? You know, come to the church of the Lord Jesus Christ to be anointed by the power of God. There's always one guy in the back. I went down there on a Sunday. Did you see me? Woo! It was the best funeral I've ever been to. My favorite Channel 12 commercial, you've all seen it. If you've been hurt by anything, a car accident or a fall, dial 1-800-LAWYERS. We're there for you 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. We're open New Year's Eve at midnight. New Year's Eve at midnight? You think your job sucks. Who's going to answer the phone for 1-800-LAWYERS New Year's Eve at midnight, right? And who's calling? Yeah, how you doing, 1-800-LAWYERS? Yeah, Happy New Year. Listen, I was in Times Square, and this huge ball fell on my head. I gotta sue somebody. That's as local news gets. And what's with the weather, though? Do we need the weather every 6 minutes? We're not obsessed with the weather. Right? They come on, we'll be back with the weather, and then the weather, but first is the weather, and then here's what's with the weather, and then more weather, here's what's with the weather. If it snows, forget it, they go out of their minds. Right? They're outside. I'm outside, Bill! We're expecting a dusting! The snow is covering my shoes! Where? And the traffic is crawling, and you see cars behind them. You're nuts with the map. What's with the map? We need this much detail on the map. It's 68 degrees in Rockhampton. It's 67 degrees in Gorham. It's 62 degrees in Bayshore. It's 65 degrees in Babylon. If you live on 47 Rampart Drive in Highline, it's 72 degrees. It's 52 degrees in Seaford. It's 72 degrees in Oyster Bay. What the hell's going on? Somebody's sitting home. Hurry up, get the kids in the car. It's in the I like when the weatherman is the top of the weather, get like extreme weather, and the weatherman's first, right? That always happens. And they always come on and like, and first up, here is the weather authority. The weather authority? Where do these guys get off calling themselves the weather authority? Last time I checked, the weather authority was Mr. G on Channel 11. Big suit and hat. They always come on, they do this when we get like extreme weather in the winter. We're expecting some Arctic temperatures, well below freezing. very dangerous conditions. So if you have any elderly, make sure you bring them in the house. Is it my job to round up elderly? All right, come on, Grandma, get in the house. And they would have insulted the old people, right? They know what to do. They survived more severe weather than we have. That's how they became elderly. See a lot of weird things. I was driving on the Long Island Expressway. I saw a hearse in the HOV lane. Does the dead guy count? What's the rush? Do you ever notice a guy from Kenya always wins the marathon? Whenever they have these marathons in New York City, usually a guy from Kenya wins. It made me wonder, what's going on in Kenya that they're so fast, right? What's the marathon like in Kenya? First place, Matumbo Muyumbo. Second place, a lion. I was just glad to hear that Hooters has an airline. Did you know that, Hooters? I don't even know if they're around anymore, but for a while, Hooters had an airline, which is great to me. That's the only time I would wish for turbulence. Weirdest thing I ever saw was in the library. I was in the library. I saw this book called Final Exit. In case you don't know, this is a self-help book written by a doctor on how to commit suicide. And it's in the library. I'm thinking this book's going to be overdue. Everything goes as planned. This book's not coming back. I think cars have weird names, don't you? Cars have weird names. Toyota Yaris, Honda Fit. These are car names. Ridiculous. You know what I think? I think the drug companies should send some of their names to the car companies. I can see myself driving the Ford Prozac. Maybe I won't drive so crazy. You know? How about the Nissan Nexium, the little purple car? The Dodge Detro LA, when you gotta go. The Chrysler Imodium. Oh, you may have an accident, but it won't be in your pants. Gotta do it, the Volkswagen Viagra. Oh, the steering's a little stiff, but you'll drive all night. So I own a home on Long Island, and I've owned my home for about 18 years now. And I've been paying the mortgage every month because I'm an idiot. And who knew? You know? I also have a security system because my wife is very paranoid when we got the house. We got to get a security system. You don't want to get a home invasion. Now, first of all, folks, I'm married 27 years. Home invasion? That would be like a nice night out. Come on in, guys. Yeah, grab some beers, take whatever you kill her. We got a security system, central station monitoring, and I pay that bill every month for 17 years religiously. I've done the math. I'm now giving more money to my security company than the value of everything in my house. You know what that means? That means I'm being robbed. By the very people I'm paying to protect me from being robbed. And the whole system is stupid. You know who they call first if I get robbed? Yeah, me! Me on my cell phone. Like, I'm not home, you idiot. I'm getting robbed. Why are you calling me? If I am home, I'm a little dried up. I can't get to the phone. Of course, my alarm is going off. My neighbor hears it. But he was at my show last week and he knows I hate him. So I'm screwed. I'm Stevie G. Thank you very much.